Hello everyone! Today we're diving into games that blend strategic thinking with deep character progression. Whether it's turn-based tactics, party management, or open-world sandbox adventures, there's a wide range here, so hopefully something will catch your interest. If you enjoy this kind of list and want to see more focus pick, let me know in the comments. So without further ado, let's get into it.
They are not brigands. You can let them pass.
Let's start with King Arthur Knight's Tale. In this game, you don't play as the noble hero, you play as Sir Modred, his sworn enemy brought back from death to stop Arthur's cursed return. This dark fantasy spin on the Arthurian legend blends grid-based tactical combat with base building and moral decision-making. Every battle is methodical, with cover, positioning, and cooldown management pushing you to think several turns ahead. Between fights, you manage Camelot itself, upgrading building, and deciding the fates of your knights, who can betray, disobey, or even fall to madness. The game leans heavily into grim, gothic atmosphere, backed by voice-acted dialogue with weighty consequences. With branching paths and a loyalty system that impacts gameplay, it's more than just battles. It's a slow-burn strategy RPG for players who like choices to sting. A gritty twist on classic mythology.
I serve the Lord.
The Last Spell blends turn-based tactical battles with deep RPG systems and roguelike challenge. You control a squad of heroes defending the last remnants of humanity, fighting off endless waves of horrors each night. Combat is grid-based and brutal, but what truly defines the RPG side is the depth of progression. Each hero levels up, gains stat points, perks, and specialized abilities. You can shape every fighter through randomized gear, unique builds, and class-like roles, turning them into snipers, assassins, or magic nukers. Between battles, you rebuild your town, unlock upgrades, and make long-term decisions that carry into future runs. With fast-paced battles, a killer synth soundtrack, and heavy customization, The Last Spell stands out as a tactical RPG where survival depends not just on your moves, but how well you have built your team. Atom RPG is a love letter to classic post-apocalyptic CRPGs like Fallout 1 and 2. Set in an alternate timeline where the Soviet Union and the West destroyed each other in nuclear war. You play as a customizable survivor navigating the harsh ruins of USSR. At its core, it's a stats-heavy RPG. You build your character with classic attributes like strength, intelligence, and luck, which shape your combat style, dialogue options, and quest outcomes. Combat is turn-based and tactical, with weapon types ranging from knives to rifles and grenades. Outside of battle, you will explore towns, talk your way out through quests, and make choices that affect factions and walk events. The RPG depth here is immense, with branching dialogue, crafting, survival mechanics, and a gritty tone that rewards patience and smart play. A must for fans of old-school tactical storytelling. Valkyria Chronicles mixes tactical strategy with real-time action in a setting that feels like an anime take on World War II. You command a squad of soldiers in a fictional war-torn continent using the unique Blitz combat system, a hybrid of turn-based tactics and third-person shooting. Each unit has its own class, personality, and voice, and every decision on the battlefield, from positioning to movement, drains limited action points. But this isn't just about combat. The RPG layer is rich. You upgrade weapons, unlock abilities, and level up entire classes while growing attached to your troops through story and permadeath tension. Beautiful watercolor visuals, emotional storytelling, and strategic depth set it apart from typical war games. It's a rare blend of heart and tactics, and still holds up as one of the most creative strategy RPGs out there.
Alright, let's go take it down!
Battle Brothers puts you in charge of a struggling mercenary company trying to make a name and a living in a grim medieval world. You hire whoever you can afford, farmers, criminals, former soldiers, each with different traits, stats, and potential. As they survive battles, they level up, gain perks, and grow into specialized roles. But they can just as easily die from a lucky arrow. Combat is turn-based and unforgiving, where positioning, morale, and stamina often matter more than raw power. Between contracts, you will manage wages, gear, supplies, and hard decisions about who gets healed and who gets left behind. There's no magic, no chosen ones, just a brutal, dynamic world that reacts to your choices. With every playthrough, the story that unfolds is yours, shaped by men you lead and the decisions you make.
The Ark's up ahead.
In Mutant Zero Road to Eden, you lead a small team of mutated scavengers through a ruined Earth, searching for answers in a world long lost to collapse. You will sneak through overgrown cities and decaying factories, using real-time movement to set up ambushes before switching to turn-based combat. Positioning, silent takedowns, and line of sight are key. Rushing in blind is rarely the best option. Each character has distinct mutation and abilities, from mind control to stone skin, letting you build a squad that suits your style. As you explore, you will find scrap to upgrade weapon, level up your crew, and make decisions that shape their progression. It's a slow, tactical experience that rewards planning over brute force. With a mix of stealth, storytelling, and character-driven gameplay, it delivers something thoughtful and surprisingly tense. Rebel Galaxy drops you into the role of a lone starship captain, making their way across a gritty, outlaw-filled galaxy. You're free to take jobs, hunting pirates, trade goods, or just explore, all while upgrading your ship and building your reputation. Combat plays out in real time, but with a twist. It's more like naval warfare in space, where broadside attack, positioning, and timing matter just as much as firepower. Between missions, you will earn credits to install better weapons, stronger shields, and special tech, letting you tailor your ship to fit your playstyle. Dialogue choices and faction interactions also shape how the galaxy reacts to you. Whether you prefer brawling through asteroid fields or striking trade deals at distant outposts, the game gives you the freedom to carve your own path, with plenty of risk and reward along the way. The Riftbreaker puts you in the role of a scientist commander inside a powerful mech suit sent to a distant planet to build a base and open a portal back to Earth. You will gather resources, construct defenses, and expand your operations, all while fighting off waves of alien creatures. The gameplay blends fast-paced action with long-term planning. Your suit can be upgraded with weapons, abilities, and tech modules, letting you customize how you approach both exploration and combat. You will research new building, optimize production, and fortify your base against increasingly massive attacks. Progression comes through tech trees, gear upgrades, and carefully managing your energy greed. It's a constant balancing act between expanding too fast and holding the line. With its detailed system and satisfying feedback loop, the Riftbreaker keeps you thinking, reacting, and optimizing from start to finish.
You are among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders.
Tyranny takes place in a world where evil has already won, and you're the one enforcing its laws. You play as a Fatebinder, a high-ranking agent of a conqueror known as Kairos, sent to bring order to a fractured land. Choices come quickly and they matter. Whether through diplomacy, intimidation, or brute force, your actions shift alliances, reset regions, and lock or unlock entire paths in the story. Combat uses a pausable real-time system where you issue commands to your party and chain abilities together through skill combos. Your character grows through use-based progression, while companions have their own abilities, personalities, and loyalties. The real draw is how tightly the narrative and mechanics are woven together. No decision is natural, and no power comes without cost. Tyranny offers a world where you don't save it. You decide how it's ruled.
Got it!
BATTLETECH puts you in charge of a mercenary outfit fighting for survival and profit in a war-torn galaxy ruled by noble houses and giant war machines. At the center of it all are the mech, towering, heavily customizable machines that you outfit, prepare, and deploy in turn-based battles. Every mission demands careful positioning, hit management, and smart target priority. Outside combat, you manage your crew, balance finance, and make choices about which contract to take and which factions to support. Pilots gain experience and develop traits over time, and losing one can mean losing hours of investment. Mech parts are salvaged or bought, and your base of operation travels from system to system as you build your reputation. It's a slow, deliberate game where every shot, upgrade, and decision carries weight, especially when your budget's tight and the next mission could go sideways.
Engaging with target.
Rogue Trader drops you into the grim darkness of the 41st millennium as a powerful imperial noble granted authority to explore, conquer, and judge entire star system. You command a ship, make alliances, and lead a crew of distinct companions with each their own abilities, ideologies, and story arcs. Battles are turn-based, focused on positioning, ability combos, and managing cover in large-scale firefight. Outside of combat, the game offers branching dialogue, moral choices, and a massive world filled with political tension and hidden threats. You shape your character through a layered class system with advanced specialization and choices that affect how your entire party evolves. With deep progression, complex decision-making, and a dark narrative tone, Rogue Trader delivers a dense, rewarding experience that lets you carve out your legacy in one of sci-fi's most brutal universes.
Reduced to dust! I took care of this one!
Wrath of the Righteous throws you into a sprawling, demon-infested war where your choice shaped the fate of an entire crusade. You begin by creating a highly customizable character, choosing from dozens of classes, archetypes, and magical paths. As you gather companions, each with their own stories and beliefs, you will lead armies, make political decisions, and push back the forces of the Abyss. Combat can be played in either real-time with pause or fully turn-based, letting you adapt to your pace and playstyle. The game's progression is massive. Characters evolve through branching mythic paths, gaining unique power that reshape both narrative and gameplay. With deep role-playing system, moral dilemmas, and large-scale battles, this enhanced edition refines and expands on a game already packed with content. It's not just about power, it's about what you do with it.
I won't give up!
Pillars of Eternity takes you to the world of Eora, where souls and memory intertwine with power and fate. You play as a Watcher, someone who can see into the past lives, and that ability places you in the center of a larger mystery. Character creation is deep and flexible, with races, backgrounds, and class combinations that shape how you interact with the world. Combat is real-time with foes, focused on positioning, timing, and ability synergy across your party. You will gather companions, each with their own personalities and goals, and navigate choices that influence the world around you. Dialogue plays a major role, offering multiple approaches to quests based on your stats and decision. Whether you favor diplomacy, stealth, or brute force, progression feels personal. Pillars of Eternity delivers a layered, story-rich experience that rewards smart planning and thoughtful choices. Wildermyth is a story-driven game where you guide a group of heroes through generations of myth, war, and transformation. Characters start as simple villagers but grow into legends, forming bonds, gaining scars, falling in love, or even turning into animals or spirit. Each playthrough is procedurally generated but grounded by handwritten story events that adapt to your choices. Combat is tactical and grid-based, with cover, movement, and special abilities shaped by class and personality. One hero might hurl fire from a distance, while another fuses with environment to strike from stone or flame. Outside of battle, you make decisions that shape relationships, unlock events, and influence how your character age and retire. With its paper-cut art style and narrative-driven system, Wildermyth turns every campaign into a unique legend, one that feels crafted just for you, even when it isn't. Wartales places you in charge of a wandering band of mercenaries trying to survive in a plague-ravaged, lawless world. There is no prophecy or chosen one here, just contract, coin, and consequence. You recruit companions with different backgrounds, equip them with weapons and armor, and build out your group skills through exploration and battle. Combat is turn-based and positioning-focused, where terrain, armor, and coordination determine the outcome. Between fights, you will camp, craft, hunt, and manage wages and morale. Neglecting any of it can lead to desertion or worse. Characters level up individually, with class specialization and traits shaped by how you use them. The world is open and reactive, letting you choose where to go and how to deal with each region's problem. Wartales is all about long-term survival, growth, and tough choices in a world that never cuts you a break. Kenshi throws you into a harsh, unforgiving world with no guiding hand. You start with nothing. No skills, no allies, no real purpose, and everything that happens is shaped by what you choose to do. Build a squad, train them up, and try to survive in a land full of bandits, slavers, and warring factions. There is no main quest, just a massive open world where freedom comes with risk. Every character has individual stats that grows through use, whether you're sneaking, crafting, fighting, or farming. Combat is real-time and brutal, where injuries matter and losing a limb can change how a character functions. You can set up a base, start a trade route, or lead a rebellion. It's entirely up to you. Kenshi is a slow burn, but once it hooks you, it offers stories that no scripted game can match. Darkest Dungeon is a grim descent into madness, where managing stress is just as important as managing health. You lead a roster of flawed heroes through cursed ruins, crypts, and forests, each filled with traps, disease, and horrors that wear them down over time. Every expedition is a gamble, not just in combat, but in how much your party can mentally endure. Turn-based battles rely on positioning, synergies, and smart use of limited skills, while Torchlight, Inventory, and Afflictions can constantly affect your odds. Heroes develop traits based on what they experience, for better or worse, and death is permanent. Between runs, you upgrade your hamlet, treat wounds and disorder, and prepare for the next brutal trip. It's a slow, punishing loop of loss, recovery, and hard-earned progress. Darkest Dungeon doesn't just test your strategy, it tests your will to keep going.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Divinity Original Sin 2 gives you full control over how you shape your journey, from the character you build to the choices you make in a world teetering on the edge of defined chaos. You can create your own origin or choose from pre-written characters with their own goals, backstories, and personal quests. Combat is turn-based and highly reactive, where every element can be manipulated. Fire spreads, poison explodes, water conducts electricity. Outside of battle, your decision affects relationship, story path, and how NPCs treat your party. Progression is flexible, letting you mix abilities, rework builds, and evolve your team however you want. Whether you play solo or in a co-op, the world adapts to how you play, letting you talk your way out of troubles or burn everything down. It's rich, open-ended, and constantly rewarding curiosity.
I yield to none!
Charge!
Bannerlord throws you into a massive medieval sandbox where you start with nothing but a sword, a horse, and the freedom to rise however you choose. You can trade, fight, join a kingdom, or build your own. The world is dynamic. Armies clash, towns rise or fall, and your actions shape the political landscape. Combat is skill-based and real-time, both in one-on-one duels and massive battles where you command entire armies. Outside of battle, you manage companion, build relationship, and make decisions that affect your clan's growth. As you gain influence, you can lead your own faction, arrange marriages, negotiate peace, and siege castles. Every skill, from leadership to smithing, level ups through use, letting you shape your character and playstyle over time. Whether you are a ruler or a rogue, Bannerlord gives you the tool to forge your own path. Baldur's Gate 3 begins with a parasite in your head, but instead of killing you, it's giving you powers. As you search for a cure, your journey becomes deeply personal, shaped by who you travel with, what choices you make, and how you build your character. Dialogue is fully voiced and reactive, tied closely to your background, race, and even the spells you've learned. Exploration feels organic, full of hidden paths, secret, and meaningful interactions. Combat uses turn-based rules with a high level of freedom, push enemies off ledge, dip weapons in fire, or combine spells for creative effect. Your party grows not just in strength, but in complexity, with layered relationships, backstories, and internal conflicts. Every decision can shift the story in small or major ways. Baldur's Gate 3 isn't just about power, it's about who you become with it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing for more content on great strategy games. I've got plenty more coming, so stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one.